Hey guys, welcome back to another Premier League predictions video. Today we are back with Game Week 25, and to kick off the fixture this week we have a Friday night fixture which is Fulham against Wolves, and I have gone for a 2-0 Fulham win. Fulham have been doing so well recently, like they won last weekend against Brighton 1-0. Maybe didn't perform to the standard that they will have hoped for. Brighton sort of played them off the park, but they got the win at the end of the day. It's a results business, and they just keep churning out wins. So I've gone for them to win 2-0 again. Wolves not been doing great as of late. Had that new manager bounce and then sort of dropped off a little bit, especially after losing at home to Bournemouth. Next up, we've gone for 2 1-1 draws. Quite big games at the bottom. Everton hosting Aston Villa at Goodison Park, and then Leeds against Southampton is a huge game. I don't think either of them will want to lose that game, which is what I've gone for a 1-1 draw. Both of them are just particularly bad in both penalty areas. Gone for 1-1 seems like quite a safe bet. Next up, we've got Premier League leaders Arsenal away at Leicester at the King Power. Not an easy game. I have gone for a 3-1 Arsenal victory. Obviously had a tough game away at Villa Park the other week where they won 4-2, although it was pretty close. But I have gone for Arsenal to win that by 3-1. Next up, West Ham Forest, massive game at the bottom again. West Ham really in need of 3 points, and I have gone for them to beat Forest. Forest are very, very good at home, but not so good on the road. Obviously got a fantastic point against Manchester City the other day at the City ground, but I've gone for West Ham to win this one despite not playing very well. It gave me similar vibes to the game they had at home to Everton, although I think at the time Everton were a much worse side than Forest are now. But I think West Ham will turn up for this one. Rumours of David Moyes potentially being sacked if they don't win it. And I have gone for a 2-0 West Ham victory. We've then gone for Bournemouth again against Man City as a 3-1 City win. Bournemouth have been scoring goals recently. A lot of people often have them to lose without scoring, but they have been putting the ball in the back of the net, and Man City haven't been keeping a lot of clean sheets. Playing on Wednesday night as well in Germany in the Champions League, so I imagine they will make a couple of changes to the side. Do expect them still to win. Won't be an easy game though, but I've gone for a City 3-1 victory. Next up, Crystal Palace against Liverpool. Liverpool being one of the most informed teams in the league at the moment, coming off the back of a fantastic 2-0 victory away at St James's Park up north against Newcastle. I've gone for them to win by 2-0 again. They're also playing during the week in the Champions League, but they are at home, and I think they'll carry on the good form. Van Dijk's back in the team. They're looking a little bit more solid. Nunes, Gakpo and Salah are starting to sort of click in the front three. So I've gone for a Liverpool win. Crystal Palace haven't been great this year, but they're kind of doing enough to keep themselves from dropping into the relegation battle. Game 8, the only game of Super Sunday, is Tottenham against Chelsea, and Chelsea are just in complete disarray at the moment. I've gone for a Tottenham win by 1-0. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't see how Chelsea can score. They just can't put the ball in the back of the net. The last few games I've watched and the highlights that I've seen, they just, I don't know what it is, they just cannot score. They've brought all these players in. Obviously it's going to take time for them to click, but they just got no one to put the ball in the back of the net. I don't see them scoring again against Spurs. So I've gone for a 1-0 victory. As I say, I hope I'm wrong. Chelsea need a win, and there's no bigger opponent than one of your arch rivals. So I hope I'm wrong, but I've gone for Spurs to win 1-0. We've then got 2 games at the end of the fixture on Wednesday night. I believe these are games that weren't played during fixture 7, so they were scheduled months and months and months ago and haven't been played. And I've gone for 2-0 scorelines in both of them. Arsenal at home to Everton and Liverpool at home to Wolves. Obviously, both Liverpool and Arsenal will have been playing quite a few games, especially Liverpool with the Champions League, and then they're playing again on Wednesday at home to Wolves, but they've not got to travel for the Champions League in between these games. I imagine they'll have an eye on Real Madrid as well, but I've gone for Liverpool to beat Wolves as my joker. Bit of a risky one because it's a midweek fixture, but I'm hoping, obviously, as it's midweek, it'll be under the lights at Anfield. I'm thinking a comfortable 2-0 victory. Wolves never do particularly well when they travel to Anfield, so I've gone for a Liverpool win. As I said earlier, they are one of the most informed sides in the league at the moment. But guys, that will wrap up our predictions for Game Week 25. Unfortunately, the website is down for maintenance, so I can't show you the latest tables. Off the top of my head, no one really had a very good week this week. We picked up 7 points. I think the maximum was 10 throughout the league standings. A lot of obviously upsets. Man City dropping points away at the City ground. A lot of people had that as their joker, including myself. Chelsea losing at home to Southampton, and Bournemouth winning away at Wolves, just to name a few. We did get a good result on Sunday. We had Manchester United to win. Not a correct scoreline, but we did get a point for United to win, and then we got Spurs beating West Ham by 2-0, spot on, so that kind of lifted us up the table. We did move up a couple of places in the standings as well, but we're still quite a way off catching the rest of the pack, so long way to go still. Hopefully we will be able to close that gap even further, but that will do it for today's video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one very soon. Peace.